The bridge is back. I'm trying to get different angles on different days as my intros. I like the bridge. Day 5 over here, we rode the Stelvio Pass. If you haven't heard of the Stelvio, you've heard of the Stelvio, so I won't even qualify that. It's about 19 to 20 Ks uphill. Now people compare the Stelvio and the Gavia. They're side by side with the two mountain ranges. One goes they go either side of the mountain that's in the middle there. Somebody said the Gavia is a lot more picturesque. You can see there's a lot more nature. You can see the fields a lot more. Whereas the Stelvio is more of a bit of an experiment in how twisty you can make some bitumen and how skinny you can make some tunnels to go through. There's some very, very close calls, and I'm sure there's been some epic accidents on that part of the road. So the climb itself, look, I had the GoPro in the back pocket. I was pulling it out every few minutes up the climb. Just amazing. Everything I've heard about it was true. Every legend, every story, everyone who's told a story about suffering up there, they were spot on. It was just something else, and something you've got to do if you're over here. So I'm really, really happy. Even though I was on a shit of a bike, I had the element mount sorted out, so I had the maps and my stats there, no power meter or anything, but I had my heart rate, and I rode on feel. All three of us got to the top to some views I just can't explain. So, and then coming down, I was a bit nervous about coming down because there's so many switchbacks, and again I was on switch brakes on the wrong side of the road. It was okay. There were some big open sections we sailed down. The camera didn't come out much on the descent for very good reason. I wouldn't be standing here if it did. I'd be part of the scenery. So after that, it was bike back in the cars for the boys, bike back to the store for me. We went to take the bike back, but again, siesta, so we had to wait for the store to open. But once it opened, got myself some nice kit. I think it's the first kit I've purchased in since I can remember, actually. So some Stelvio kit. It's nice, it's not too loud, but I thought I'd buy it as a bit of a souvenir for riding up there and riding around and being over here for a few days. Back in the car, drove through the reverse of what we drove the other day, past some magnificent scenery. Got some footage of that. It may bore you, but I loved it. I was just sitting in the car and my jaws open. I'll show you the footage, even just here filming. There are mountain passes that I can see all around that are just brilliant. So over here, and we're in Garmisch, Germany, which is almost all the way back to Munich. Scenery, as I said, absolutely breathtaking. So there we go, that's a wrap of the Stelvio ride today. A few comments on the way up, a bit of fun, and we're all safe, which is important. There's a lot of sketchy moments there, but all part and parcel of it. I've enjoyed my time. Look, I'll go back, I may review a few more videos more in depth of certain sections. There's especially the Eurobike stuff. I'll be going back looking at the trainers, maybe giving some reflections on those as well, but there's not a lot I can say on that until I've tried it myself, because I can't give an opinion on a marketing sheet or a data sheet if they had one. So I think yesterday was the first day I've ever said, what country are we in? Because we drove across so many borders. Very interesting, coming from Australia where you've got to go a long way to go to another country. So off to Munich this afternoon, onto a plane. My voice is coming back, and hopefully summer's arriving in Australia so we can get some good riding in as well. It's been a good training block over here after a few days of walking around Eurobike. Thanks for watching. I'll stop rambling. Enjoy your day. Sign says Stelvio, so we're doing the Stelvio. Now this is how you surface a road. That is unbelievably smooth. So nice. I think he said, hey mate, you've had too much Nutella for breakfast. I'm not quite sure if that was right though. Look at contrasting views here. We have some beautiful, chiseled, tanned by the sun, mountainous lakes. criminal. Morning.
Oh.
It's going to be a long morning, so we're just sort of tapping it out. Long drive this afternoon as well. Tunnel. Bus. This man can climb. Very Game of Thrones style, medieval tunnels. Holy shit. That's where we're going. You can only just make out the cars up there winding their way up. We've got about 11k to go. And it hasn't even started getting hard yet. Look at this for a wall. That's flat. That's the view. Very rare flat section of the Stelvio. Good rest. Within that 1 kilometre we went from steep pitches and hairpins to a plateau, which is a welcome relief. Close on 4k to go. Not much filming now. The estimate was pretty good. So, not much filming, it's hard to breathe. It's hard to pedal. We'll get there. landscape's changed dramatically right here. Job done. Stelvio. It's a whole other world up here. German hotel room for the night, and I have a friend. Hey little buddy, I wonder if I get to take you home. I think you will come home with me. Welcome to Germany.